Good day everyone. This is our discussion or presentation on the role of linguistics in teaching learners in multilingual settings. So I have a question. What do we know when we know a language? We need to know what language consists of and how it uses its components to accomplish language function. Many people say that when we know a language, we can communicate a message or perhaps hold a conversation in the language. You might be able to exchange information, greet someone, ask someone for directions, or write a letter. Of course, it is much better for us to communicate to someone or to talk to someone with the same language with us. These are certainly important language function and tasks that we want to learn. And we might feel like we know the language when we can accomplish this task, when we will be able to communicate to someone, to interact with someone. But it still doesn't quite describe what language is. So let us try to use an analogy. We know the human body has important function for survival, like breathing, blood circulation, and digestion. However, these functions do not exactly describe what the human body consists of or how it uses its components to accomplish those tasks. Similarly, to answer the question, what do we know when we know a language? We need to know what language consists of and how it uses its components to accomplish language functions, and that's where linguistics steps in. Linguistics is the scientific study of language. Linguistics aims to look at language objectively, observing how it functions in the wild, how it grows, how it changes, and how it is used. It is the scientific body of language and its structure, including the sounds, words, grammar, and the meanings used by human beings to communicate. It is a broad field that encompasses various subdisciplines, each focusing on different aspects of language. Language is studied scientifically, like any natural phenomenon. It is different from what grammar books do, which is to prescribe how it should be used and what constitutes proper language. Linguistics analyze language for what it is and how it is actually used by its speakers. Linguistics provides a systematic framework for understanding the structure, use, and evolution of language with application in various fields including education, technology, communication, and culture. It offers valuable insights into what makes human language unique and how it shapes our cognition, behavior, and social interactions. So that is what linguistics is. Now, on the other hand, multilingual settings refers to environments where people use and interact with multiple languages. These settings can vary widely in complexity, ranging from regions where bilingualism or multilingualism is common to contexts where speakers of many languages coexist, such as urban areas, educational institutions, workplaces, and online communities. In multilingual settings, individuals navigate linguistics diversity in various ways, such as code switching, translation, interpretation, and language negotiation. Understanding and effectively managing multilingualism are essential for promoting communication, inclusion, and cooperation in diverse contexts. In multilingual settings, Students have the opportunity to become proficient in more than one language, which is an invaluable skill in today's globalized world. Bilingual or multilingual individuals have greater access to diverse cultures, resources, and opportunities for communication and collaboration. Multilingual settings in education offer numerous benefits, including cognitive advantages, linguistic competence, cultural awareness, academic achievement, preparation for global citizenship, promotion of heritage languages, career opportunities, and equity and inclusion. Embracing multilingualism in education can enrich students' learning experiences and prepare them to thrive in our increasingly interconnected and diverse world.
The role of linguistics in teaching learners in multilingual settings. Linguistics plays a crucial role in teaching learners in multilingual settings by providing insights into language structure, acquisition, and use. So, linguistic theories help educators comprehend how learners acquire multiple languages and sequentially understanding aids in developing appropriate teaching strategies and materials. Also, linguistic analysis enables educators to break down language structure, including phonetics, syntax, and semantics. This knowledge assists in teaching grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary effectively across different languages. Next is linguistics allows educators to identify similarities and differences between languages, facilitating the teaching process by addressing common changes or challenges learners face when transferring skills between languages. Also, linguistics informs language teaching methodologies such as communicative language teaching or task-based learning. It guides educators in designing activities that promote language acquisition and proficiency in multilingual settings. Next is linguistics helps educators understand the social and cultural aspects of language use, including the variations in dialects, registers, and language attitudes. This awareness is vital for creating inclusive and culturally responsive learning environments. Next is linguistics informs decisions related to language policies and planning in multilingual contexts, including curriculum development, language assessment, and language in education policies. Overall, linguistics provides a theoretical framework and practical tools for educators to effectively teach learners in multilingual settings, fostering language proficiency and intercultural communications skills. Here are some examples of the role of linguistics in teaching learners in multilingual settings. First is, linguistics helps educators identify similarities and differences between learners' native languages and the target language. For example, understanding the differences in phonetics, grammar, vocabulary between Spanish and English can inform teaching strategies for Spanish-speaking learners of English, helping them overcome specific challenges more effectively. Also, linguistic analysis of learners' error provides valuable insights into their language acquisition process. By identifying the patterns of errors, teacher can tailor instruction to target specific linguistic areas where learners need additional support or practice. Also, linguistic helps educators understand how learners transfer linguistics features from their native languages to the target language. This knowledge allows teachers to anticipate potential transfer errors and develop instructional strategies to address them proactively. And also, linguistics provides insight into the social and cultural dimensions of language use. Teacher can incorporate sociolinguistic principles into their instruction by raising awareness of language variation, language attitude, and socio-cultural norms. And also, linguistics informs decision about language policy and planning and multilingual educational contents. By understanding language in education policies, educators can advocate for resources and support to address the linguistic needs of diverse learners effectively. Last is linguistic theories inform language teaching methodology and approaches. For example, communicative language teaching. It emphasizes the real-life communication and interaction, aligning with sociolinguistic principle of language use in context. Incorporating linguistic insight into teaching practices enhances educators' ability to support learners in multilingual settings, effectively promoting language proficiency, cultural understanding, and inclusive learning environments. That's all. Thank you.